21, Jesus has declared himself to be the God of Israel, and he's declared that his intention is to want to unite them to him. So my question then is, what religious belief system are we currently operating under?
Well, the Jewish belief.
Judaism. Then the old garment would be traditionally structured Judaism.
Yeah.
This is the analogy that's being drawn.
Yeah.
So can unshrunk cloth be compatible with an old garment of Judaism? Well, that doesn't make sense until you understand what unshrunk cloth is. Unshrunk cloth should be understood as faith in Jesus as Messiah of Israel, i.e., in today's parlance, that would be Messianic Judaism. Followers of Jesus who are not Christian, but they are Messianic Jews. They still practice the Jewish faith. So the parable is saying that the unshrunk cloth needs to be adapted to fit the old garment. This doesn't mean diminished or made smaller. It's an analogy for adaptation. So, Messianic Judaism needs to adapt in order to tap into the strong root system of Judaism, drawing up all the goodness of the root system in order to strengthen it. So this little patch isn't there to replace, but to preserve the garment, i.e., Judaism, for future use, so that that garment, Judaism, can fulfill its purpose and its function. And I believe that this function is still waiting to be fully played out on planet Earth. I believe that this is a real clear plan of God for Israel. I say it very differently to this is the church having replaced Israel.
Fruchtenbaum says, Yeshua's point was that he had not come to join them, that is the Pharisees, in the work of patching up Pharisaic Judaism or plugging up the holes in the fence around the Mosaic law. He was presenting something quite different. If you're a Pharisee and you're listening to this, how are they going to take this? Are they saying that without him, they're not going to fulfill what they're supposed to be doing? So this is facing up directly in a confrontational manner, said politely.
It intrigues me that one of the things that Jesus doesn't say here is that Judaism is dead.
Yes.
I think that what he's saying here is you're going to need to adapt this belief in me. You're going to need to shape, you're going to need to fit it within the Jewish structure and the faith system so that it can be preserved, so that it can fulfill its purpose and its function. In fact, he then goes on, I think, he says it won't be hard because if you search the scriptures, they speak of me anyway. And I think he's saying that that adaptation that is going to be required will come in things like sacrifices, rules, regulations, traditions, customs, all of those sorts of things. Some of the things that he had just been pulled up on. Why aren't your disciples fasting? And he's like, they are adapting to fit in the way that we do things. And that means you're going to see some differences. He doesn't say throw it all away.